let me say something here. First of all, nobody knows except the prosecutors the full evidence, because this has not been public. The full evidence is still under the secret of investigation until the moment that they sit in the court of law and they put it in front of the judge. So when this will happen, then this is a public knowledge thing, and everyone then can judge if there's all of it, or if there's part of it, or if it's good, or it's bad, which I don't know, sir. I don't know. I just respond based on what I know. And what I don't know, I don't know. And if there is no evidence, and if this is all scum, we will know. And then we can again discuss. But guess what? I'll not comment, because I never comment what these new institutions do. And trust me, sometimes I want to comment, but I retain myself. And there is no one in my government, there is no one in my party that makes comments about justice decisions, especially about this part, because the reform has to go on with the prosecutor offices in every county, with things that, but this part is absolutely a no-go for us, because we want to support these institutions, we want to support this reform, and we are somehow, we have to pay the price for it, being when we see people of our own party arrested, and being when we have things to say and we shut our mouth. This is how we serve this. Otherwise, this can blow again, because if this becomes a political thing, then this can blow again, and the prosecutors and the judges will not feel anymore supported and will not feel anymore doing their job. So the only government interference since the justice reform has taken its course is the interference from the Greek government. From the Albanian government, there is no interference.
Athens asked from Tirana to let Beleri take the oath of office, and there is an option. Are you prepared to support politically the option of him taking the oath of office inside the prison in the presence of a notary?
Listen, it's very interesting. Athens asked Tirana. Who is Tirana in this case?
The Prime Minister.
Tirana is not the Prime Minister. The Prime Minister is sitting here, and I'm in the center of Tirana, I can confirm. But my power is totally separated from the power of them who should be asked, and they've been asked, and they've said no. Meaning they've been asked through the process, and they've said no. On the other hand, if you find me a line in our law that opens the slightest window for taking an oath in prison with a notary, then let's discuss. There is not such a thing. There is
a precedent. Legal experts in Athens know that there is a precedent in Tirana when on November 14th, 2019, Arta Vorpsi, the Constitutional Court judge, overcame Ilir Meta's resistance to accept her by taking the oath of office in the presence of a notary.
Listen, first of all, she was a free person that had this idea to do this, and there were some people that said this is possible, and then this was refused. Secondly, we're talking about someone that is jailed for a crime. We're not talking about someone making an experiment. And so so what she did in that case was her own opinion and her own action, and she did so. It didn't work. But in the case we are talking about detainee. We're talking about someone that's in jail. And when it comes to the oath in office of a mayor, the law is very specific. The oath is taken in front of the city council and in the presence of the prefect or whatever. So there is not such a thing like taking the oath of office in front of a notary. It's not in our law.
So, Prime Minister,
and again, this is what we are talking. So you say something, I say something, but at the end, there is only one place where this can be decided is the court of law. And the court of law said no. So what we are talking about. And then
the head of the prison is not member of the court of law.
But the head of the prison has not such a right to give a permission, because the head of the prison can give permission not to pre-trial detainees. It doesn't exist. A pre-trial detainee cannot be given a permission by the head of the prison, but only if he asks and he retains it in case in a court of law.
In a court of law, okay.
When you are a detainee and you are finished with trials and you are there, and there is God forbid, someone passing away in the family, you ask a permission and you can get it based on conduct and so on, and this is what the director can do. But the director cannot give a permission that for a pre-trial detainee to take the oath in office while this is completely out of our legislation.
Right. So, Prime Minister, are you going to call for new elections for Himara?
Here you might get a scoop, maybe. I don't know. I'm not sure that you should.
I'm happy to get a scoop, certainly.
I'm not sure you should get it, because I'm not sure yet how it goes. But first of all, it's not us. It's not the government that in Albania. It's not the government that called for new elections. It's the president that called for new elections. But how the process goes, it is like that. If in our law, if someone that is elected does not show up for the oath, for whatever reason, it's not defined, but does not show up for the oath in 90 days, then it's up to the government to take care by discharging the person and by putting their caretaker until new elections happen and the new elections are declared by the president. I've asked my lawyers to prepare an argument, and I don't know what their argument will be, but I think that this case is such particular. There is no precedent for it. There is no, because nobody, when they made the law, thought about this situation. So my instinct or my natural reaction is that we maybe have to wait for the trial. So to not until he is proven guilty or not guilty. But this is not a legal opinion. This is just what I think we should do based on the fact that we don't have really a precedent, and this is open for this then would be open for many interpretations. So I have to ask the legal office, but I think that we may go both ways. This would be the right answer. We may go both ways based on the argumentation of our legal office. So maybe we act.
Let me make it more clear. You meant that you politically support the idea that Beleri should continue to be an elected mayor until his trial. That's what you said before, if I got it right.
It's not even politically. It's just because in this table you have to make decisions.
Yes.
In your table you have to comment decisions.
Absolutely.
So
It's more
So
easy.
when it comes to, so in this table, you have to make decisions, and then there are many things that you have to go through and then to understand. But in this case, of course, we have to look to the legal opinion.
So that's the.
And I think that that there is a possibility that we don't act until the court will decide. So in this case, we give to everyone the chance to look into it until the end, if it's possible. If legally this is not possible, then we have to discharge it. It can go both ways.